Remember that?
Say that a lot.
Yeah. Remember that cow's image right there, because if you're not, otherwise, if you're behind, you're out of there.
Right, and
Just like a run.
Exactly. The mirror image is just that. And
you've got to be in synchrony with that cow. If you've got a cow that you can head, that you can stop, and again, that's breeding cows and cutting a lot of cows, then you can kind of step a little bit by it. But the way I look at it, and I've done this forever too, is this is our big arena. There's a middle third, which is to me the real offensive third, where I try to stop that cow. And this is a little bit more defensive on this side. I want to keep that cow in the middle third of that pen. Okay? That's where I'm going to have the highest score. So a lot of people wait. They think that they're doing good and that cow starts. But by the time they turn, that cow, they're going to kick it in the butt. Okay, so then they're going to be missing it, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse till they run the cow back into the herd. So the baby steps. So like if that cow moves 1 foot, I want to move 1 foot. If it moves 2 feet, I want to move 2 feet. But not necessarily let them turn. So when I'm working this or working a live cow on my 3-year-old right now, for instance, I don't turn when that cow moves. I rock back a step. And I rock back a step because I do 2 things. One, I haven't minded my horse. We're still even with it. Okay, I haven't held the horse here and let the cow go. And then, you're getting your trainer may say, you're getting a great stop. Now let your horse go. We're going to teach him to stop and wait. You wait too long, your cow's gone, and you're making that turn. You're encouraging that turn to go forward and not across the hocks. And what we want is that cutting horse to stop, move this leg, go across the hocks. So I don't want to let her and just hold her. So I'm going to let her back a step. I'm going to back her a step as that cow starts. And then when that cow kind of hits my hip, I go. And then I get across the cow on the other side. So a lot of people get here in the middle of that turn, then they stop. Well, again, you're going to hit that cow in the butt. You've got to get across her on this side to stop it. And the easiest and the best way is to stop that cow in the turn. Not wait till, not give that cow 2 strides on you and then try to stop it. Stop, back, go. But be in time with that cow. So we're going to have to work on our timing there to get it right. And one thing I do a lot, we have a cow side leg and a herd side leg. So I use that cow side leg as I back this step or 2 and go. And then take this leg out and the horse turns. Cow turns the horse, not my right leg, but I hold her here. Because the other thing it does, it makes her get loaded up on that rear end. And they get their power from the rear end. I don't know why I was doing this, but they get their power from the rear end. So when they make this turn here, then they can push off and get across that cow. If you don't back that step and just make them turn from here, they're almost just across their hind end, but they, we don't want a horse to leap, but if he keeps pushing in that turn, pretty soon he's leaping. Okay? So that's and then when I'm showing, and I gotta go stop that cow on this side, my emphasis is on my cow side leg, and I'm pushing her into that stop. And she knows that leg means stop and do this, not and take off. It's not for speed. My legs aren't for speed. The cow will dictate the speed. You might have to kick a little bit, but most of the time, the cow is going to dictate the speed. It's more important that they get stopped first, do this, and back across that cow. Both ways. And like Bobby just said, they have to stay a mirror image of that cow while they're doing that. That's the whole trick. And the other thing I say a lot is I don't sacrifice position in light of my horse. If that cow starts, I want them to start with the horse, start with the cow. So they go, oh, well, my horse turns too quick. Put that cow side leg in them, do this while the cow's moving, and then you're in synchrony. Okay, so you can either hold them here, get a big stop. I don't want you to turn in there. I'm going to tap you here, and you're looking at your horse, and that cow's over here. And then I'm going, go, but you're behind. So stop, do this, and then go with the cow. But go with the cow. When that cow hits your horse's hip, you gotta let him go. Or you gotta make him go. So the cow goes, horse goes, you go. Okay? So you gotta be careful not to, oh, I gotta turn. That's your fault. You're gonna make your horse fall in there and turn too fast. And basically it goes back to you're not controlling the cow. If you turn it too fast and hit him in the butt, that's not controlling him. We're not roping. We don't want to chase him. We want to get across him to stop him.
Something else too, did you notice when Lindy's talking, and she's talking about going with that cow, where's her head? Always on the cow. Most people when they're riding, where's their head?
On the horse.
It's on the horse.
Yeah.
How can you read that cow when you're looking here? You're always going to be like, when you come over there like that, you look at both eyes right over that shoulder right there, and then look at that cow. You need to feel your horse. And like she said, you can't go ahead and get that time with it. When she's talking about that, you know what she's doing? You see how she's doing that? She's looking here, even though she's on the ground, she's not looking here. So when you go ahead and notice you're missing your cow, you're probably not reading. And then when you read a cow, where are you looking? What part of the cow are you looking at? What part of the cow do you look at?
Their eye.
I look at the nose.
I look at their eye. I look at their face.
You don't look at the head. You don't look at their feet. A lot of people looking at their feet.
Or they're looking at their rib, and they go, I got the cow. No, you don't. Because if you're looking at the rib, you're blind. Okay?
You gotta look at that, yes. You can look at the eye, the nose, that same thing. But whenever when the cow's running real hard, and they're getting ready to stop, what does that head do? It kind of moves right there. And that's your signal to sit. But I just want to make sure that everybody, when you're working right there, quit looking at your horse. Because you can see what she's talking about right here, everything's right here. That's what you need to do when you're working.
And everybody, I tell people, you know where your horse is. It's right between your legs. So why do you gotta look at it? You know, I mean, it's right here. And if that head's up in the air, just, don't jerk, just pull here, so you're both watching that cow. And when you feel your horse fading off, he's fading off for a couple of reasons. Maybe it's been done to him before, obviously, but right there, when you feel that, you don't have to look down and go, oh, look, we're going way over here. Just bring him back up here and stay even with your cow. Don't bring him up here and go by the cow, and then you're making it worse. But bring him up, and a lot of horses, it's harder to just travel with a cow because they feel that pressure, right? But you can't let them fade back, because then you're making them chickens. You're making them get away from pressure. They've got a hold right there, okay? And when you're working a cow and you're on a flat back fence, he fades off like this. Maybe the cow slows down, but when you make your turn, you're going to pick up cows more than likely. You're way out of the working area. You want to maintain control. I call it keep your feet in the fire as you go back and forth. But Bobby's right, watch. And I told a couple of people last night, I said, you gotta get cowier. You're not very cowy. How can your horse be cowy? You're not even watching fly. You're watching your horse. If you want to get good and want to get your timing right which we're gonna talk a lot about that as you're working, then you've got to watch the cow. And now, and what I'll do, you know, when I'm gonna stop that cow, I'm gonna say, sit. So you know, because you can't read the flag. Nobody can read my mind, but a lot of people try. So I'll say, sit, which means sit, which means it stops coming up. Okay? But I'm gonna be tricky. I'm very tricky with this button. I like this button. And if you're not sitting, or if you go to pick up too much, like, okay, now we're stopped, I'm gonna go on with the count. Okay? If you're not done, just because you sit, and you got a good stop, if that cow, you know, that cow may go on, you may have to make one more move or two more moves, and, you know, it's kind of like when your kids playing musical chairs and you're ready to sit in that chair when the music stops. That's what I want that person to feel like. So that flag is the flag is tricky. The flag is a fresh 480 effort. Any questions? Okay, who's first? Bob, do you have anything else to say?